Your financial advisor works for you, but here's the question most women never stop to ask. Is yours actually earning their fee? Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 clear, objective signs that it might be time to make a change. Now, if any of these hit home for you, I've got a free guide waiting for you at the end of this video. It's going to help you evaluate your advisor step by step, so make sure you stick around to the end to grab that. I'm Jill Collins, wealth strategist and creator of the Wealthy Woman Blueprint. Let's dive in. All right, so the first sign, and this is the most common one I see, is you don't know what you're paying. You can't tell me what you're paying your advisor. And I'm not talking about a ballpark guess. I mean, can you tell me right now the actual dollar amount that came out of your accounts last year for advisory fees? Most women I work with can't. And here's why that's a big deal. Let's say you're paying 1% on $1 million portfolio. That's $10,000 a year. And over 20 years, with average market growth, that adds up to over $400,000 in fees. That's a house. That's your kids' college. That's your retirement security. A good advisor is going to make their fee structure crystal clear. They're going to show you exactly what you're paying and explain what you're getting in return. So if you've asked about fees and gotten a vague answer, or if nobody's ever explained it to you clearly, that's your first red flag. Here's what I want you to do. Pull your last statement. Look for the line item that shows what you paid. If you can't find it, that's a problem. Your advisor should be giving you that information clearly. Okay? Sign number 2 is you haven't had a real review in over a year. When's the last time your advisor actually sat down with you for a real comprehensive review? I'm not talking about a quick phone call or one of those generic quarterly reports that shows up in your inbox. I mean a real conversation where they're asking you things like, what's changed in your life? Are you on track for your goals? Are there any tax opportunities we should be looking at? Here's the thing. If your advisor only calls when they have something to sell you, a new product, a new fund, some new strategy, that's not financial planning. That's sales. You're paying for ongoing advice. You should be getting ongoing advice. A good advisor schedules regular reviews. They come prepared with analysis of your specific situation. They ask about what's going on in your life that might affect your plan. At minimum, you should have one comprehensive annual review, plus check-ins whenever something big changes. New job, inheritance, health issues, family changes, those kinds of things.
And by the way, if you're finding this helpful, I share strategies like this every single week. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And definitely share it with others.
All right, sign number 3 is they can't explain your investments in plain English. And honestly, this one drives me crazy. If you ask your advisor, why am I invested this way? And the answer is full of jargon you don't understand, that's a problem. Alpha, beta, Sharpe ratios, alternative asset allocation optimization. I mean, come on, here's the truth. Complexity is not sophistication. A lot of times, complexity is just a smokescreen. A great advisor should be able to explain your investment strategy so clearly that you could turn around and explain it to someone else. They should be able to tell you, here's where your money is, here's why it's there, here's how it connects to your goals, and here's what we expect to happen. If they can't do that, or they won't do that, you have to ask yourself, do they even understand it, or are they hiding something? Here's a little test for you. At your next meeting, ask them this. Can you explain my investment strategy like you're explaining it to my sister, who knows nothing about investing? Their answer will tell you everything you need to know. Now, if any of these signs are hitting home for you, stay with me. I've got a free advisor evaluation guide coming at the end that's going to help you assess your situation. We've got 2 more signs to cover. Sign number 4 is they never talk about taxes. This one gets overlooked all the time, but it can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Does your advisor ever talk to you about taxes? Now, I'm not saying they should be giving you tax advice. That's your CPA's job. But a good financial advisor should be thinking about how their decisions affect your tax situation. They should be looking at things like tax loss harvesting opportunities, Roth conversion strategies, which accounts to draw from and when, charitable giving strategies, and how investment decisions impact your taxes. Investment returns get all the attention. But taxes, that's often where the real money is either lost or saved. So if your advisor never brings up taxes or makes investment decisions without even thinking about the tax implications, you're probably leaving money on the table. What you want to see is an advisor who asks about your tax situation, offers to connect with your CPA, or at least explains how their recommendations might affect your taxes. And here's sign number 5, you feel worse after talking to them. This one is less about numbers and more about how you feel. Think about it. How do you feel after you talk to your advisor? Do you walk away more confused than when you started? Do you feel talked down to? More anxious about your money? Like your questions aren't welcome? Like they're in a hurry to get you off the phone? Here's the thing. You are paying for a service. You deserve to feel like a valued client, not like an inconvenience. A good advisor makes you feel more confident and more clear after every conversation. They welcome your questions. They take time to educate you. They treat you like the intelligent, successful woman you are. And if meeting with your advisor feels like going to the dentist, something you dread and try to avoid, that matters. Because when you're avoiding your advisor, you're avoiding your finances. And that's costing you. The relationship should feel like a partnership. You're the CEO of your financial life. Your advisor works for you. Okay, so if you recognized yourself in any of these signs, here's what I want you to know. This isn't about panicking. This is about getting information. You don't fire your advisor based on a YouTube video. You make an informed decision based on a real evaluation. And that's exactly why I created the Advisor Evaluation Guide. This is the free resource I promised you at the beginning, and it walks you through how to assess whether your current advisor is actually the right fit for you. Inside, you'll find a fit analysis to see if you're aligned with your goals, a fee transparency checklist so you know exactly what you're paying, a conflict identification guide to spot potential red flags, a communication score to evaluate the service you're getting, and a red flag scanner to quickly identify warning signs. Look, this isn't about being suspicious of every advisor out there. Most advisors are good people doing good work, but you deserve to know objectively whether yours is the right fit for you. So go ahead and download the free Advisor Evaluation Guide at jillcollins.com/advisorguide. I'll put the link in the description below. Here's what I want you to take away from today. You are not stuck. You have options. And having clarity about whether your advisor is serving you well, that's not being difficult, that's being smart with your money. If this video helped you see your advisor relationship in a new way, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want more content like this. And share it with a friend who might need to hear these 5 signs. I'll see you in the next one.